Hello everyone, my name is Brian and welcome back to another Smite commentary. This time around I'm playing Sol in Arena. I kind of wanted to discuss a bit how my holiday went. So I went away this weekend because of my 30th, not mine, my parents' 30th year of marriage, and it was a lot of fun. Actually, I'm living in the Netherlands and the weather here is usually a lot of rain. Just an awful lot of rain. A lot of rain and sometimes a bit of sun and then a bit of rain. But this weekend actually was a lot of sun. And that's something that of course happens in the summer sometimes. But this was actually the first time this year that there was actually proper weather. So it was a lot of, well, very convenient and just great altogether. That's the fact that, well, that we had such a good weather on this weekend. We actually planned like half a year ago, because of course we knew my parents would be having their 30th year together, which is great. So the weather was just awesome. We went to the beach and I burned myself a lot. My arms are just like lobster colored, as well as the fact that my nose is just red altogether. Ooh, let's see, can we save the Odin? No, we can't. Maybe we can get something out of it. Let's see, can we pick up this Odin? I do hit my 2, he uses his sanctuary. We might be, ooh, nice shield. And that is unfortunate. At this point I do need to retreat. Make sure I survive this one. But we did manage to get 3 of them. I won't die to this ultimate. The ultimate is just not enough damage at this point. The early damage from the ultimate of Nuwa is about 80, 85 I think. As you saw there. It's not an awful lot. Usually not enough to finish you off unless you're extremely low. I might be able to get this one with my ultimate. And actually the Jingwei secures it. That's fine. We are able to pick it up and provide that stack for the Odin, which is always something you'd like. Waiting a bit for the Disseparate to wear off, but nice support from their team, from her team, is able to save their soul. Okay, so back to the topic. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We walked into a few cities as well. We don't go an awful lot to the beach, even though it's only like 2-3 hours drive to the beach at any part of our country. We're just a very, very small country. But the fact that we have such a nice weather was just completely awesome. I really, really enjoyed it a lot. And it's been a while we went away, so that's just great altogether. So, I guess that's all I had to say about it. It just was a lot of fun. Not an awful lot to add to that. It was just a good change of pace to just go away for the, well, for a weekend. That's just, yeah. So back to this game. I was able to pick up Ares. They might be going for the Zeus. He is going to die at this point, the ultimate, even though not having an additional point with additional power and his amount of HP. No way for him to escape it. I'm not sure if he had the Aegis. He might have had it. I'm not sure. But that's fine. So I kind of want to go for a bit more basic oriented build. You can go ability based damage build. For instance, if you go for a, let's see, if you go for, ooh, that's a lot of damage. No, let me, ooh, that was way too close. If you walked for a little bit more, he might have been able to pick me up the Odin with that final basic. But he's still able to pick up the Zeus at this point, rather defend than chase the enemy. Might have been a kill, but getting a kill and, well, getting the entire minion way through, never worth it. Never worth it. So I wanted to go for a more basic attack oriented build. Telkines is very cheap, provides a lot of attack speed, additional power on your basics. So that's my first item after the boots. Pen boots, of course. I like pen boots a lot more on most mages. There are a few I like cooldown boots more on. Those are generally the healers. Healers are just great for it. Great to get the cooldown boots, especially with the mana as well. Sometimes you want to get the mana as well. For instance, Kukulkan is very good with the Shoes of the Magi, just for the additional mana and the cooldown reduction. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. But Might Separate goes off and I'm able to just walk away. Also very good. The reason I don't go for an Aegis, I'm not too afraid of being stuck in Odin Cage, because if my 3 goes off into the Separate form, then I will be able to just walk out of the cage. And well, that's not really too much of an issue, I guess. Amaterasu, ooh, barely survives. Sweet. We might be able to pick someone up. Ares just returned. Ultimate on point. I don't see a thing. But the slow on my 2 is enough to guarantee that kill. We might be able to pick up the soul. No, I missed a basic. One more basic would have been enough. Ooh, nice Zeus ultimate. Actually secures the kill. Might be able to... No, never mind. Might be able to do something, but I don't have an awful lot of health as well. So I'll just head back. Get my item. Heal up a bit. Make sure I get that Book of Thought. Book of Thought, good item. Soul Reaver is an option as well. I'm not too sure what I want to get yet. Soul Reaver is just very good at bursting one person very quickly, and Book of Thought is just a bit better to overall increase the damage you have. So if I'm going for a basic attack build, it's probably better to go for that Book of Thought, just for the sheer fact that you will increase the damage on every single basic a bit more than just with an ability dealing additional damage. As for the Soul Reaver. So, yeah, I had a lot of positive feedback on my videos. I prepared a lot of videos before I went to the weekend, so everyone just had the videos. Ooh, can I win this battle? It is going to be very close. Actually, I used my 3, it's enough, and then my Separate goes off. He will be looking for that. Ooh, nice play by the Odin. If he jumped, I could have dodged it, but him making sure that he stays next to me with his shield up, he guarantees the damage on his shield, making sure I die. Because if he jumped, he might have been too early when my 3 is still up. I might be able to dodge it entirely, but he just waited and actually worked out great for him. Not for me, of course, but well played on the Odin's part. Usually they'll jump, try to get it. That would probably have resulted in me surviving, but he waited that one out perfectly. Ares a bit in the hood. Might go for an ultimate. There is a good way to avoid Ares' ultimate as well, by just standing behind a pillar. That sometimes can be the right option to prevent it. I don't want to get this. Oh, he got erased. I want to use my ultimate to deal the damage, but Zeus already did it. Destroying the King Wei. Just instantly evaporating him. Beautiful place ultimate from the Zeus, and that's the famous Zeus Odin combo. That one has existed for a long time, but that was more well, it wasn't overutilized, and that was just for the fact that well, Zeus wasn't as good as he is at this point. They buffed him, of course, with his shield being a bouncing station, which I still think is a bit too strong, and the fact that his ultimate can just be used while just standing, well, while still walking around. Actually, let's see. Well, like I said, I want to go for a basic attack build, and this time I will be going for the Mana Grip. The Mana Grip is one of those items that sometimes can be useful. Just it gives you percentage penetration, and usually percentage penetration is not something you want looking for, especially the stacking one, if they don't build an awful lot of well, protections. But it does provide me with more attack speed. I have the passive attack speed on, well, my passive, of course. And with that all, I will be above the 2.0 attack speeds. I'm at 1.97 already. When I finish off my Demonic Grip with this buff, I will be about 2.3, 2.4 perhaps. So almost at the attack speed cap. And that's something I like. It is not the best on Sol, I think. There are other options, of course. It's kind of how you want to play it. Just for the... Well, you just want the damage with your abilities. I kind of tried to body block the basic in my incorporeal form. Wasn't enough to save the Zeus, but we are able to pick up the Odin with that cage. And maybe we can pick someone up as well. Doesn't look like it. There's not an awful lot I want to chase with. I do have my ultimate and my 2, of course. That's also a very powerful combo. Throwing out your 2, throwing out your ultimate instantly after it. Guaranteeing both, because the slow on the 2 will make sure you hit at least one of your ultimate ticks. And after that, as you can see, a huge amount of attack speed. Just insane amount of poke. Not only poke potential, but just damage overall. Something I do like to look for. Playing as a hunter is sometimes a lot of fun. Even some Quay you can play as a hunter. Just get Talcoins as second item and just hit all the basics with your 3 still being available. You'll just deal insane amount of damage. It's also a lot of fun. It's not as effective, of course, as a Sol, because she is just... her kit is entirely based around having that damage with the basics, but I guess Zonkui deals a decent amount of damage for the fact that he isn't based around basics. Based around basics. Okay. A lot of damage again. As you can see, 200 per hit, but if I hit fast enough, that's still an insane amount of damage. Ares went for me. If he went for the ultimate, actually goes for the ultimate right now. Will not fool anyone. Although, as you can see, my ultimate doing an insane amount of damage, picking up the Jing Wei and dealing a good amount of damage to the enemy as well. I do get chained, and that will result in my death. I didn't have my 3 up. I was not able to run away in time. I could have used beats to get rid of the slow for a while, but since the Ares gets additional movement speed, I think it would have chased up to me anyway, and it would have resulted in my death. Anyway. So, not worth it. I still have that active for when my 3 isn't properly timed and Ares uses his ultimate, because if I use it too late, then I will still get pulled. I will go into the separate form afterwards, but they still might be able to catch up to me. I'm not sure. Ooh, Zeus erased by the Sol and the Odin in the backline. Well played on their part. We couldn't really help too much, to be honest. They were all full HP. Actually didn't notice them too much, to be honest. I guess it's my bad. Should have paid more attention to our backline. Zeus is really their focus point, which makes sense. If you look at every single god we have, Jingwei has a good amount of escapes. I have a good escape with my 3. You don't want to invest a lot into the Sol, and I just used my 3 get out of jail free card, run away, and I am gone. Nice Odin cage again. Might be able to pick up the Nua, and just barely before she gets into the air, I'm able to pick her up. But as you can see, Zeus getting picked up again. That is rough. Playing Zeus is always a rough time. Just for the... Well, he is squishy. He hasn't got any escapes. Might be difficult to deal with. The positioning is key, and when you have an Odin on the enemy team, then positioning is very, very difficult. Especially if he has blink. Not sure if he has blinks actually. At this point I do need to use my beats. Might have been enough to kill me if she also hit the fog, and she has an ultimate, I think. But why not go for Peter Golem's piece? There is, of course, you can also go for the Polynomicon. It's very good as well. This time I wanted to go for the Peter Golem's piece because, of course, you do have the bonus round, and with that additional lifesteal on the basics, I will deal enough damage, get lifesteal, get additional power to Zeus as well as some lifesteal, which is great. I probably should have helped the right lane. I did get all the buffs, and well, yeah, I guess it's just bad decision making, but let me put in a good word for myself. I got the buffs, always worth it. No, not really. I figured they would back off. They wanted to fight. I figured they would at least try to escape. They elected to fight. There was a reason I called the retreat, of course, because I wanted to go for the buffs. I didn't really want to rotate and try to kill them as much. I guess You could call it miscommunication. Or just bad decision making on my part. It happened. We'll just make the best out of it as we can. Even my 2, even though I don't have an awful lot of magical power, only 531, it is a decent amount. It's not too much. Of course, I have the Book of Thought. But my 2 isn't doing too much damage. And it all depends on how you build her, of course. Because, as you saw there on the Odin, almost hitting nothing with it. And that has to do with the... Well, I have no penetration, no flat pan except for my boots. Off the mark with my entire ultimate. Ooh, that's a bit unfortunate. Nice to separate. I use mine as well. Not too afraid of the Ares ultimate. Let's see. Beautiful place. Odin and Zeus combo again. Getting 3 of the enemies stuck in the cage. Can I get this one as well? No, a bit out of range. Kinda miss. Never mind. Just out of range by a lot. Ooh, just barely getting my sanctuary off in time. Otherwise, I would have been definitely in a risk. If he had his cage, I would have died guaranteed because my 3 was still down. So, I guess the sanctuary was at the right moment, saving my ass, getting me out of trouble. Which is great. You always want to get out of trouble if you can. And with Sol, you just almost always have that deal out of free card with your 3. And I have my actors, of course, as well when my 3 fails or is on cooldown. But like I was saying, if you don't have an awful lot of flat pan, your abilities won't do as much to tank your targets. But as you can see, it still does a lot of damage when I do my basics on someone squishy. Nice Ares ultimate, pulling in 2. Jingwei can't really get out of the Odin cage. It was the enemy's Odin cage. And Jingwei, actually a beautiful sanctuary on Jingwei. I'm able to pick up Odin and she survives. I spoke too soon. Sorry about that. Jingwei behind is able to use her passive to just get out safely. Well played on the enemy Jingwei's part, using her passive effectively, making sure she gets it. Not sure. Oh, there she is. Take a lot of damage. The team has arrived as well. Jingwei is behind. I used my 3. I am out of danger. And we only need 1 more kill. This will almost... Actually, there's probably no way for us to lose this at this point. We need 3 minion waves to kill the large minions to make sure we win. Actually, only 2 now. So that is almost guaranteed. We can also get 1 kill and it's over. They need to get a lot of kills very, very quickly. So if we don't extremely fuck up or screw up, we will guarantee this win. And as you can see, I'm just going behind. At this point, I have my sight on that large minion. If I get it, it is over. And as you can see, it is over. Just nothing they can do against it. I didn't have my ultimate, of course. Otherwise, I would have used it on the minion. But, yeah, they don't have anything to really save themselves. At that point, they can't prevent you from killing the minion wave. But, dang it, I'm in the middle again. I hate being in the middle sometimes. And when you have, for instance, Sprint and Shell, then it's great being in the middle. Otherwise, I don't like to be in the middle. Then you're just a focus point, so I'll try to get out as fast as possible. I used my power potion, used my 2 already. Try to get a good angle to get in. I should have probably used my ultimate there. I did do a decent, no, not too much. Actually, a lot of crit damage on the Jingwei. That will be an issue, and damn it, her knockup secures the kill on me. Jingwei is ignored, and she's really doing work. She already killed 2 of us. The high damage dealers are gone for us. I tell them to focus Jingwei, but my team is way too low and can't really do anything. And actually the Jingwei picks up a quadra kill. Well played on her part, definitely picking up 4 of us in the tight space. I wasn't able to deal any damage whatsoever, so I should have used my ultimate when the when our Amaterasu ultimate came out. That was probably the best option to go for it. Actually, as you can see, Zeus and I did a lot of damage. Actually, Zeus has outdamaged me. Well played on his part, of course. Zeus deals a lot of damage. He died a few more times, of course, which kind of makes sense because, well, it's Zeus. He has no real escapes. As you can see, his build consists out of more cooldown reduction. He went for some flat pan. He went for a Spear of Desolation, which well, not a huge fan, but it's not too bad on Zeus, because you can use all your abilities again, and his abilities are just plain stupid. And he went for a Midgardian Mail. Not sure why the Midgardian Mail. I guess he was focused by the Jingwei, Sol and Odin a lot. They of course use basics, so it kind of makes sense. Gives him a little bit more HP, so I guess it's not the worst. He went for beats and eggs as well. Jingwei and I as well. Kind of makes sense. They do have the Ares, of course, which you need beats for. Especially the Zeus need beats for it. And the Aegis when you're stuck, or the Sanctuary, sorry about that. When you're stuck in the Odin cage. Definitely a good one. So I went for more basic attack build. If I went for more a ability based build, I would probably still picked up the Talkind just because it's so strong early game. Book of Thought after that, probably a Obsidian chart, which is great. After that you can go for some more power. You can also go for Polynomicon, which is also good. And the Wrath Tooth is very good as well. You can also just swap out the Talkinds, for instance, for Soul Reaver. Then you have an insane amount of burst potential. Just for the, well, you use your 2, you use your ultimate on top of it, fit. With the Soul Reaver proc, you will guarantee kill everyone except for the high defense builds on the guys. But I guess that's fine. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.